Dear church family, there is a new sense of optimism and hope about the state of COVID-19 in California.
California plans to lift nearly all its COVID restrictions on June 15th, although masks would still be required.
Governor Gavin Newsom tweeting good COVID-19 news. California has the lowest positivity rate in the country.
We are seeing bright light at the end of the tunnel.
This economy is reopening. Schools are back in business, and I think California is uniquely positioned to come roaring back. 9,000 of our 11,000 schools have either reopened for in-person instruction or have set a date to reopen for in-person instruction.
Newsom also says that California met its goal of administering 4 million doses to people in the hardest hit zip codes.
Now, the governor says he expects 30 million doses to be administered by the end of this month, and that puts California on track to vaccinate almost everyone who's eligible.
California Department of Public Health has created a very logical system for moving through these tiers carefully and cautiously and not doing it too fast and not reopening too fast. I think people are properly cautious.
UCSF Dr. George Rutherford says vaccination efforts are also helping to reduce the spread of COVID. While it's a positive trend, he says it is not time to celebrate.
What happened yesterday with Easter and family gatherings, are we going to see a bump like we did at Thanksgiving last year, or is it going to be more like, a minor bump like we saw at New Year's?
There are also variants to consider. The variant driving a surge in part of India contains 2 mutations of the virus. Stanford researchers just detected the double mutant here in the Bay Area.
The vaccines may be slightly less effective at preventing moderate disease or moderate illness with this particular variant, but the vaccines are still very effective and folks should get vaccinated as soon as possible.
As California is slowing the spread, 31 states in the U.S. are seeing cases rise. Variants spreading fast in parts of Massachusetts and Ohio. The CDC says it's also seeing COVID clusters linked to youth sports. The agency is urging people to continue to avoid crowds and wear masks, a message that still applies to California, where only 33% of the population has received at least 1 dose of the vaccine.
We're a ways away still. And I think for the next couple of months, we're going to have this kind of awkward situation where there are some people vaccinated, but not enough people vaccinated to guarantee herd immunity.
So while more people are feeling comfortable traveling and gathering, experts are urging caution.
I will urge us to be very cautious because the pandemic is not yet over. So let us work together to put this pandemic behind us. So please continue to wear your mask, socially distance yourself, and get vaccinated when it's your turn.